Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Sony ICF-5900W. It's an AM/FM shortwave classic portable radio. In this video, we're going to explore the AM band in the Chicago area, hear what we can pick up with it. It's been a few years, thought I'd bring it back out so my new viewers can see what this is about, and my older viewers might remember this radio and love it. First we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third I'll start cruising the daytime band to hear what we can hear on the dial. So let's look over the features of the 5900W. You can get this for right around $100 to $200. I was looking at completed auctions on eBay at the moment. I find it's a pretty good value, right around $150. It's been about that price for quite a long time for a good example. And this is probably what you get for about $150. Missing a few placards. I'm missing the Sony placard and the light placard. My antenna's a little tricky, but otherwise, extending and coming back in the FM antenna, I'll show that to you. But otherwise, fantastic radio, hardly needs any servicing, though my meter stopped working here. The radio still works, so that's important. We'll go over it. The neat thing is you're getting a BFO built in, so you'll be able to listen to some ham radio operators. You'll have to use your fine tuning here in the center to really fine tune them in, because there will be some drifting. You'll be using this quite a bit to follow them as you're tuning along. So let's go over features. Go to the left-hand side of the radio. An area where the antenna resides, because it retracts. It's 36 inches, by the way, so that's pretty awesome. You have this little lever to pull open, a little metal one, nice. Sony made a good radio back in the day, around 1970s. I saw this radio in a Magnum PI episode with Tom Selleck in the late 70s. That was pretty cool. So we got some jacks here. We got DC input, external timer in to trigger the tape recorder, so if you're doing some recording. We got MPX out, and you got an earphone jack there. Nice. Going to the front of the radio where everything happens. You'll notice on the left-hand side we have a tone. So we have treble control and separate bass control. Our volume, all right there, really nice. Up here we have crystal marker. Do this to help calibrate your band spread dial here. Okay. You have your tuning and battery meter. Like I said, mine doesn't really quite work well, but maybe it can be fixed one day. I think I can get a replacement. I think that's all it needs is a replacement. Your power switch, you have your automatic frequency control. You can turn on and off when you're on FM. And then when you're on AM or shortwave, you can set your sensitivity to local or distance for DX. So DX pretty much for me works great. And of course, BFO, you can turn it on by going down. So these are all metal switches. And they feel really good. And for this age of this unit, it's amazing. Showed you the band spread dial for fine tuning, shortwave mainly. If you want to use that for when you're on BFO. Over here we have our tuning knob, and it has a ribbon style tuning, as you can see there. It's kind of a neat setup, and then you can quick tune with this little tiny knob. So if you just want to do one finger tuning, you can do that, or you can do slow tuning like this. Cool. Band select, we have shortwave 1, shortwave 2, and you can see it corresponding here. We got log scale. Shortwave 1, shortwave 2, shortwave 3, and you got medium wave. So we'll be looking at this second to last column. And of course, the FM band is our last setting there. We're listening to some music and rock out. We're leaving on medium wave. Going down here, we have a speaker. I believe it's a round speaker, and it's 4 inches. I thought it would be more oval, but they saved some space and made it a single round 4-inch speaker. And yeah, I'm missing the placard here where it would say Sony. But at the bottom, it has some kind of scale. I'm not sure what this was used for. Guys, let me know what you think they'd be used for. And then, yeah, they would say Sony right here. I did order replacement. A guy makes them, so that's cool. Hopefully it looks good. Going to the right-hand side, we have an earphone pocket, and you can store your earphone in it. That's awesome. They think of everything. Isn't that awesome? I love that. Top of the radio, we would have a light switch. So there's 2 little incandescent bulbs. It would say light here. I lost that too, or it didn't come with it. But yeah, you hit this, and it lights up the dial and I believe the band spread. So yeah, or our tuning indicator. So that's nice to have. Of course, pop-up antenna. You just pull this, it pops up the antenna there. could extend this out. There you are. And then I do this, pull this back, and lock it back in place. We have a vinyl strap here. It's original, which is awesome. It's got Sony still stamped on there. So yeah, it's held up. It's not broken, not cracked. Still supple, which I find interesting. So yeah, shortwave dual conversion system. Nice. Okay, we're gonna turn us around. Go to the back side. Yeah, a lot to show you on this radio. It's fun. We have external antenna jack for your shortwave AM listening. We got aerial and ground. And then I try not to hit the tripod here. It's a big radio. Trying to get it up in the camera there. There's a little placard showing you all what's going on inside the radio, the bands it covers, and what frequency you can expect. So shortwave, it actually has a full coverage. Looks like between 3.2 to 28 megahertz. Nice. So there you are. It has 3D batteries, which are in the bottom, which I'm not going to pull out and show you because it's kind of a pain with that battery door. If you guys own this radio, you know what I'm talking about. That battery door is a hassle. There you go. And then we got this vented area here. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was broken. Looks like somebody replaced it with an epoxy piece. But yeah, that's always an issue, I guess, with these radios. So people losing those battery doors. Okay, let's do a little quick size comparison, which really I don't think I need to do, but it's big, so I better do something. Trying to get all this on camera. It doesn't quite fit on camera. I like to have the model number show on there. There we go. So first we'll bring in the usual CC pocket in the house. There you go. Boom. You know, you could fit quite a few CC pockets inside the cabinet of this thing, for sure. What else we got? CC Skywave. Boom. Technology. It's come a long ways. I believe this is current time, 11:08. It's AM. It's Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. Nice. This is your newer Skywave 2. Yeah, it's AM, FM, weather alert, airband, shortwave. Pretty neat little setup. You know, if you don't have a Skywave, it's actually a great radio. I do recommend it because it runs on standard AA batteries. And that's what people want. And of course, they have the single sideband version if you want to spend some more money. But very cool. So there's that, and you can see how it is puny compared to this one. Nice. And then, of course, if you don't have that, we have the deck of cards. Oh, yeah, it's Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He's a Sony FanBoy. Whoops. Just like Todderbert is, man. Yeah, you dropped me. Do it again, and I get you. But you get the idea. Deck of cards. Yeah. Dude, you got it. All right, let's turn this thing on. I have my fun. Gotta have the fun. All right, so we're gonna go start at the bottom of the band. Turn it on here. A little bit of static. All right, let's tune away. Our first station, we're actually picking it up. 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. This is to the north. Actually, I have to turn the radio to the north to pick it up.
I believe it's all illegal now. Like anything lead.
Well, that's why we're replacing all the lead lines.
Yeah, but I can't get over the idea that asbestos is illegal.
Very much so, yeah.
And so they are still mining asbestos in other countries.
Correct. Yeah. Russia is probably the biggest importer or exporter of it. Yeah.
So there you go. It's a left-wing station, if you're wondering. It used to be right-wing, I think. I don't know. But, okay, let's keep going. Oh, yeah.
Almost all the time, but it doesn't. But I'm only mentioning that because it doesn't matter to me. If he said it, I will quote him.
So here's 560 WIND Chicago. Let's play with the bass and treble.
The book of Numbers, the fourth book of the Bible, which my commentary will be coming out later this year. So, if you look on the internet, so I'm putting in only Optimist. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's see. Pessimists are usually right, but optimists get things done. Okay, let's see. Here it is. Pessimists are usually right.
So you get an idea. The treble's a little scratchy. I'm going to have to clean it up. But not bad. I'll leave it just like this.
Have been accomplished by optimists.
Keep tuning.
It's
centers around the nutrition business, and it follows a document request from the SEC. So the SEC is looking into something regarding something at ADS.
Man, batteries fall out. I might pause. This is 580. This is WILL, or Urbana, Illinois, NPR station. 150 miles to the southeast.
Veteran of the company, who did the CFO role.
And you can see we're fairly accurate on the dial right there.
If memory serves correctly, but he's been at the company for a long time, and
destroy him. I want to talk more about the border, which we will. I want to talk more about
actions that
back militia in Iraq and snake waste. But in the meantime,
okay, right here,
you know, I don't want to give you the constant Trump legal defense here on the.
It's 590, coming in pretty good. This is WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. 140 miles to the east. Now you can also play around with the bass treble to help get a signal more legible. This is coming in good. I might be using a loop.
Because to your point, this is why I thought the Kavanaugh thing was really the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Doesn't really need it, but let's try it. Turk Advantage.
A manifestly innocent
I think the antenna's up here.
Being tortured by in some ritualized session by the Senate on the testimony of a loon. It was disgraceful to the country.
Just added a little bit of gain.
But it was meant to set the precedent.
All right,
and now they're using that precedent.
At what cost does that pain relief come if you're compounding with a whole new set of problems?
Want to ask a question?
600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles to the west. Looks like the accuracy is right on the money on that one.
No, it's, if anything, I'd say a little more severe in the pill when they're oil form. Usually that's prednisone.
Right.
If you will, on the Iowa maps. They've been saying no for a decade. Finally, the Republicans said, we'll do an Iowa-style map. Had minor differences from the actual Iowa model.
So here's 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is to the north.
Just to be clear, the legislature is the only one who has the constitutional power to redistrict. So there is that. The Assembly passed it. The Senate chose not to pass it at the time. That was, I think, a political mistake. I think they should have done that, put it on the governor's desk.
Continue to grow and thrive, not just sustain the status quo. We want to continue to reinvest and give back to our HBCUs. So corporate partnerships like the one that Geico does with employment opportunities and training.
So added some more treble and took a little bass out.
Will definitely
get a clearer signal. WMFN Piatone, clear audio. WMFN Piatone, Illinois on 640.
For sharing your role at Geico and how being an HBCU graduate has, influenced your career.
I felt like that was true yesterday for sure.
At first glance, what do you think when you look at this matchup that's now in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I haven't looked at it close enough. I feel like I give this answer almost annually now, where it's like it's San Francisco feels like the more complete team, but like betting against Mahomes at this point is stupid.
Sounds really good. 670 the score. Local WSCR Chicago.
A little bit more as this week goes on and try to figure out what's in there. But it's just it's the Jordan factor where you just.
I think it's because of.
Oh, we're picking up something. 700. Nice. Holy cow, this is a great day. We're about 4.5 hours after sunrise. This is 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east. If you just make them out, I'm going to bring the loop in, see if we can get a little extra volume.
We cannot afford what's happening presently, much less what's continuing. It's in November. Michelle Obama is the president. He's out to work for every nation. I don't think there's any way in the world that Joe Biden's going to make it to that point. Or Kamala Harris.
Nice. That's cool. All right, let's keep going.
Coming in through your windows? How often do you find yourself reaching for the thermostat to turn up the heat? It's Steve Bertrand. When the temps are colder than average and your heating bill keeps going up, then it's time to call my friends at Window Nation. I've got that new window on my stairway landing.
720 WGN Chicago.
Over anymore, no beanbag sock to keep out the drafts, and I can
centered.
Still watch my neighbors.
Gotta move it around a lot.
Through the end of the month, replace the
Let's keep going. Yeah.
No interest for
WGN, awesome.
The first time, I don't know who intervened, but I went to
Turn it.
one night.
I did bump the trap out. Got the big radio.
Crossed my arms over my chest, and I remained in that position for hours.
Here's 750 WNDZ Portage, Indiana, Catholic Radio.
By name and told to get up.
The list of injured players includes star rookie Connor Bedard.
780 WBBM Chicago News Radio. I'm going to go kind of quicker because I noticed I'm behind on time.
The Hawks have lost 20 straight road games.
Protector of the individual rights that are at the heart of our democracy. End quote.
820 WCPT Willow Springs, Illinois, Left Wing Station.
Pointing out is that President Joe Biden is the first
within a resource. So the information that I gather, I help somebody else. I can help a sister out that is on the street.
Here's 860 WNOV Milwaukee, Wisconsin, low power station. I think it's under 300 watts or right around there.
A referral so
52
that they
miles
can put them
north.
into a house so that they can get further help. We have done that. Me and Miss Latoya have done that.
And then we might pick up Michigan. Yeah, let's try it. There it is.
Still to come this hour, North Korea conducts more missile tests and boost ties to Russia, which can use its weapons for the war in Ukraine. We will hear from an analyst of the region about Pyongyang's nuclear capabilities and threats against South Korea. That's ahead. Here and now.
I was hoping to hear some call letters. This is 870 WKAR.
It's easy to assume that our political opponents only care about women. But my work suggests that...
Okay, so that's East Lansing, Michigan, 195 miles east. I was waiting for them to say something, but they didn't.
Why the partisan divide?
That they respected or feared them. That is not what's happening. They're acting like the opposite.
Here's WLS, Chicago, Illinois.
We're going to kill your people in Jordan, and we know you're not going to...
Got some birds outside making a bunch of noise in the bush. Decided to visit old Todderbert's window.
I get it, because Dan Campbell has a certain way of doing things, and they're not going to deviate from that. But I think every circumstance can call for something that can be a deviation.
Nice smooth analog tuning, man. Nothing beats it. If you guys can afford to pick one of these up versus, SSB, little Skywave, I mean, give it a go. I think you're going to love it. Just make sure it runs, it's doing good. This thing's fantastic for its age, and it's just a fun experience. Yeah, it's not as portable, but it's still portable. 3D cells, it's not too heavy, but it's not bad. 920 WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to the north, the Big Badger.
Stem the tide of momentum, because you handed it between the fumble and...
Wise, that we're careful with what we are putting in our minds and our hearts, because it does have a profound effect on us.
930 WKBM, excuse me. I've been calling it WBKM. WKBM, Sandwich, Illinois, Relevant Radio.
Like spiritual classics, and you can only watch EWTN. It's like...
Got some decent selectivity here. 940 WFAW. Sometimes it's hard to pick this up with most of my radios. Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. They play music, and it comes in really clear at night for some reason. Better than during the day.
This beauty. I think about something like, Graham Greene's book.
950 WNTD, Chicago, Relevant Radio.
Not a squeaky clean novel. I mean, The Whiskey Priest.
They were worried about eminent domain being used to seize farmland and so on.
970 NPR station WHA, Madison, Wisconsin. 72 miles to the northwest.
We can do that now without having a pass or, again, pain.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the light.
Granny with you on ESPN Radio, Hembo Trivia, the answer in 30.
Sounds pretty good. WMVP, Chicago, ESPN. 1000.
The official sports book of ESPN. ESPN Bet is the only place. Offers with your favorite.
Love it. The dial accuracy is great.
And
To bank może pomóc w
WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois, 1030.
Szczególnie pożyczki.
And if you're not, we hope you give us a try soon. Harry's is available online and in-store at a retailer near you.
Here's 1150, or not 1150, 1050, WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin, to the north.
That's harrys.com/news. Or check us out at your local Costco for a price you can't find anywhere else. Just look.
That music there is WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 95 miles to the east. Again, another tough station to get.
Those are actually done before the kick is done. Right? They all of a sudden, hey, rewind it! Rewind it!
WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin on 1070.
That doesn't surprise me. Are these things mock-ups or are you doing this in real time? You guys, because I believe somewhere Lance Stevens.
Okay, chilling out with 1080 WNWI, Oak Lawn, Illinois.
Comenzaron a rogarle a Jesús que se fuera de aquellos lugares.
1110 WXCS, Chicago.
La misma gente que estaba acostumbrada.
How the Constitution came to be is one such story, or how NASCAR was founded. The sport has its roots.
WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The story of Abraham Lincoln's last day of life. Not to mention a look at how Henry.
Nearly nothing. The end result is the tragedy of these 3 soldiers lost. I pray for them, for their families. We shouldn't forget we had 2 Navy SEALs.
Here's 1160 WYLL, Chicago, Illinois.
When you don't get the right end of the stick, when your State Department is negotiating with the Iranians, while the Iranians are firing missiles at you.
So yeah, good music there on WSQR, the Q, or I call it the Squirrel still. Sycamore, Illinois on 1180. It's awesome. It's got great music, as you heard. I love listening to it during the day. Squirrels are on my radio, on my Sony radio.
Pensado que tiene bigote de Cantinflas. ¿Tienes bigote de Cantinflas, Jorge?
And then Spanish Talk Radio, WRTO, Chicago, 1200.
Sí tengo bigote.
So it's right on the money again.
Cool. La relación con mi tío Mario Moreno.
¿Ya ves, Miguel? Wow. Tú que trabajas.
I like that dial accuracy. Beautiful.
Casi al diario. La neta hasta le cambié. Por eso yo ni cuando está ese vato en línea de 4.
Might be a sister station or sister broadcast, WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois on 1220.
Aló.
¡Corte, Zuli, corte!
Vamos a corte, no le cambien a su rodito, mucho menos se vayan.
And so when people would come to play, we would explain to them now. He said, there's the rule of the tree. The other teacher said, what the rule of the tree? Well, she said, invariably, somebody's going to hit a ball and get caught up in a tree. Well,
this is WCLO on 1230, Janesville, Wisconsin. It's an agro station. If you want to learn about farming, planting crops, what season to do what, animal care, what tractors to buy, they got it all.
Caught the ball out to the
Got a little feedback going on the station here. It's WSBC Chicago on 1240. They always got some kind of overdriven hum like this going on. They always sound distorted. Chicago.
Today, for the ones who get it done, the most important.
1250 WSSP Milwaukee North. Wisconsin.
That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional grade supplies. Apartments are limited at Astor.
Now that was cool. They were singing the call letters. What a cool jingle for the station. 1260 WEKZ, Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles. Now I don't think I picked it up in a long time. And to hear them singing that, that's cool. I don't know, you guys get excited about AM radio? I do, as you can tell.
I'm Dr. Bill Meyer for Focus on the Family.
Yeah, did I say Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles? Yeah.
And too many couples are
1260.
so busy, they
Okay,
never take
1280
time
next.
to talk and share.
They're right there in the Yorktown Shopping Center. Get a $25 gift card today for just $7. And finally, with Valentine's
Yeah, I like the music in the
Day right around
background.
the corner, it is time for roses and flowers, right? Laura's Flowers.
WBIG, Aurora, Illinois on 1280. The Big Radio Shopping Show. Get your cordless phone out. I want to buy some roses. I want to buy a gift certificate. You can buy that stuff on here. It's pretty basic.
Water heater for just $849.
Only.
$49 will get you a brand new hot water heater. You'll never be without hot water again.
That's a good thing.
And our Chicago RV and Camping Show in Rose.
Oh, cool. This is coming in. Just barely. I love that. Good music. WZTI, Greenfield, Wisconsin. Fonz FM. That's a great song, too. Man, wish I could hover.
Walmart store manager play. I think we should talk about how
1310 WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
paid professions.
These are the monsters of our time.
1330 WNTA, Rockford, Illinois.
Reverts to being ultra aggressive in the second half twice, and they fail on both fourth downs.
Oh, I don't know, maybe not. This was 1330, I think.
I know that the numbers guys say you should have gone for it.
WNTA, Rockford.
This is one of these things. Get behind this. Like, no,
Music on WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois. College Town, 1360. $1380 WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. Some more music jamming.
Into anything you believing for with that leap?
New Horizon.
I keep hitting the tripod. This big radio. 1390 WGRB, Gospel Radio, Chicago. I always think of the Blues Brothers when they're singing. Love it.
God bless you. Thank you. Coming up next, Living Grace Church with Pastor Joel.
Civic Media News. I'm Terry Bell. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Gasoline prices are rising in Wisconsin due to
1400 WRJN, Racine, Wisconsin.
Conflict. The average price of regular is $2.73 a gallon. That's 3 cents higher than last week. Gas Buddy expects prices.
Invite you to swim and soak up the sun. For reservations and information, call 719-265-9385.
1410 WRMN, Elgin, Illinois. They got shopping show here.
Golden Corral Buffet.
Go a little quicker because I'm running out of time. 1430 WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois. Ethnic music. 1440.
Pelosi, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg appeared alongside Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin.
WROK, Rockford, Illinois.
Service members were killed in an Iran-backed.
1450 WRLL, Cicero, Illinois. The Real. 1460 WJTI, West Ellis, Wisconsin. Just barely coming in.
You don't have to call me darling.
We got 1490 Iron Country, WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. Nice, that sounds good.
Even call me by my name.
Probably 1560. Oh, that might be 1560 right there.
Have you noticed electrical problems in your home or business?
Here's 1580 WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin.
Outlets that wiggle and...
그러니까 여호와 하나님만 경배하는 인생이 되고 싶다는 거지.
1590 WCGO, Evanston, Illinois, East.
은혜 받았으니.
I forget how high this goes.
1620 kilohertz AM for Monday, January 29th at 11:31 a.m. Attention motorists, the following approximate travel times are currently available. Westbound Reddings Road from History.
So this is Lake County Traffic Advisory Radio. You got the date and the time, which is awesome. When I filmed this, that was live on my video. Though you may not see this for months later, who knows?
14 years of hearing confessions.
I think we're picking up. This is 1630. Yeah, the mighty KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa. I think it's 175 miles west.
The thing to do is to be patient and loving with the people we love the most, right? And so we have been.
And this is WSJP 1640, Sussex, Wisconsin, relevant radio.
And, you know, in some ways, in the midst.
With skincare expert Michelle Neeson.
Wow, it's all the way going all the way up. Nice.
Treatments have progressed greatly in the last 10 years.
1670 WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin, the zone.
On the market that deliver incredible results. M-Sculpt Neo treatment.
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax.
1690 WBON, Chicago. It's like they left this space here to get later on. That's awesome. They didn't have it back in the day, the expanded band, but it's all here. So, kudos to Sony. All right, we're done. Go ahead and turn this off. There we go. Yeah, we did pretty good. We got through the whole daytime band. What an amazing radio. Good conditions, I'm sure. Fantastic audio. You can play the treble and bass as you need to. Just fantastic. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give a big like if you did. If you like Sony, give it a big like. Thanks again to Jennifer from California. She moved to Ohio, I think, or Iowa. I forget where she moved to. Ohio, I think. But if you're still watching, Jennifer, comment below and say hi or something. And of course, yeah, definitely subscribe to the bell icon if you love Sony radios like me. And 3, comment below what you think about the 5900W. Would you pick this up versus a modern little shortwave radio? I mean, I know these are easy and cheap to get, but listen to this thing. It's from the mid-70s. It's old. It's almost 50 years old, and it's still rocking, even though it has a few little quirks, like this doesn't work anymore. Missing placards, but hey, it's working great. Fantastic. So let me know what you guys think. If you add something like this to your collection, if you could pick it up at a good price, it would be something you'd like to have to listen to. I mean, listening to this thing is fantastic. I'd like to get the adapter for the power. That would definitely save me on the batteries. So what do you think? Let me know. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in my next video.